Hiya folks, Scott Review guys. It was with great excitement. Maybe the greatest excitement I've had in recent weeks. Watching Monday Night Raw. What's going to happen? What is this going to be like? What shape is it going to take? I forgot that it was Hell in a Cell last night. For whatever reason. I guess it was probably the short, lead-in time and then the vacation, and I was just kind of out of it. But it was late. It was Sunday night after everything had happened that I realized, wait a minute, there was a pay-per-view. And so I go to Wikipedia, which is where I always get my results, and I find out that John Cena has lost his match and now must become a member of the Nexus. So I say to myself, I wonder what's going to happen, I say. Because my thought is, if they're going to turn John Cena heel, maybe this isn't the heel turn, maybe it is, but this would be a good way to do it, because John Cena is the type of guy who always commits himself to the task at hand. He always, everything he must do, everything, then sometimes when I can't think of words to say, I just make noises and make hand motions, and I feel like that's good enough, right? And I'm sure you know that. But anyway, this seems like it would be, with Nexus being kind of the big villains, the people that are just hated by the WWE universe. It seems like if Cena sides with them to live up to the obligation that he has to them, this would be a great way to have the universe turn on Cena. That Cena does something that is, you follow what I'm saying? Just pretend like you follow what I'm saying. But like I said, very, very exciting prospect. Tuned in Wichita, Kansas, which I don't know if that's an exciting town, but it might be. I'll have to make my way there at some point. Wichita, Kansas. First thing that happens, Cena is, he basically reluctantly becomes inducted into the Nexus. Wade Barrett is just smiling from ear to ear. He's a happy fella. He really is happy with how this has all turned out. John Cena, not so happy. The first match we see is Cena and Michael Tarver versus Evan Bourne and Mark Henry. We see some, shenanigans with Cena doesn't want to tag in, and then he just starts signing autographs or something. Tarver gets all the punishment from Mark Henry and Evan Bourne, winds up losing. Cena gets on the microphone, much to the pleasure of all the people. Do you see that girl? There was one girl that was just heartbroken when Cena was reading his little speech or whatever he was doing. And that's when, to me, I don't know what kind of fan I am. I guess I'm in the know. Yeah, when you see people who really believe this stuff, who really take it seriously, I think, my God, the power. The power. There was a little girl that was so sad that Cena was, she wasn't just sad, she was shocked. So, everybody was upset with how the whole thing was turning out. Then Cena grabs the microphone, makes them all happy by saying, I will join the Nexus, but I will destroy you from within. Oh, everybody's happy. We love you again, John. Did you notice another thing I noticed? When John Cena, after he gets inducted, people are on the fence about this whole John Cena thing. Do we like him anymore? Can we be happy? I don't. And I noticed when the match started and he peels his shirt off, which usually gets the the ovation and the squeal. It was a little half-hearted this time. It was like, okay, I'm gonna scream for him because I have to, but I'm not gonna like it. Wow! Did you know? Or was that just my? No, that's not. Anyway. So he's going to destroy you from within, says John Cena. Well, he then goes and attacks Michael Tarver, drops him on the steel steps. People chant one more time. He drops him again. You get him in the ring, and everyone chants STF, so he gets him in the STF. Well, the GM buzzes in and says, "No, John, The stipulation for the match was that you join Nexus, therefore you must join Nexus. You must listen to their leader. If you don't do what Wade Barrett says, you're fired. Okay, they did fired was said there, so it makes you think maybe the GM is McMahon. I didn't see it last week. I didn't hear the voice. Were there any hints? Please tell me. I'm wondering, were there any hints based on that electronic voice, which looked both entertaining and wonderful and ridiculous all at the same time? Just based on the clip I saw from the Edge thing. Was there any kind of hint as to who this this mystery GM was? Tell me that. But yeah, so Cena's now once again in a quandary. He thought he had it all figured out, but no. But isn't that how life is? You think you have it all figured out, and then some anonymous authority figure communicates with you via email, and everything changes just like that. Never mind. Maybe that's a little too specific. Moments later, we saw Alicia Fox and Natalya in a match that ended in about what, 45 seconds? It didn't last very long. I assume they want to keep both of them visible, but they didn't really want to devote too much time to this particular Divas match because there's another Divas match that I wish they had excluded and let us see more of Natalya, because I think she's a talent who's much too little used. Is that what? So Josh Matthews says to John Cena, "What are you gonna do? How are you gonna go along with this? Are you gonna quit? Whatever." And Cena says he doesn't know. Well, then McGillicuddy and Harris come walking in, and apparently they played a part in the defeat of John Cena at Hell in a Cell. So it looks like, at first I didn't realize I didn't put all the pieces together, but I thought of Cena just trying to run away. I see the guys coming down the hall, but anyway, I guess Cena was trying to go after those guys who ruined his life. And it turns out McGillicuddy and Harris are buddy-buddy with the Nexus guys, so I guess they're new Nexus members. Replacing all of the injuries. Everybody just gets hurt, so hey, let's just call someone else from the NXT shows, because nobody's... Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. Now, if you follow my opinions on Daniel Bryan, my thought was... Daniel Bryan would be a great everyman type performer, but I think he just needs a really good track record, a really good series of wins in order to get people on his side. Well, that didn't happen this week. I do have to say, I like his new apparel, his new ring attire. He looks much less like a who's that guy being a type of person, personality type. But anyway, he gets squashed by Sheamus. I wish they would have let Sheamus squash somebody maybe a little bit more firmly established. Although at the same time, I don't know, like I say, being a little bit different than your average WWE fan, being the kind of person who doesn't cry when John Cena makes a difficult choice. I don't know what people think about Daniel Bryan, but I don't know. I still tend to think that he's a little too new to be taking advantage of for his heat capacity. So the GM, via a very asshole-ish Michael Cole, demands an apology from Edge, tells Edge and Michael Cole is calling himself the voice of the WWE. Says that Edge is going to be going to SmackDown, which is good, makes sense. Somebody has to go to SmackDown now that they're trying to draw an audience over at Sci-Fi. The Miz and Alex Riley come out in defense of Michael Cole. We see a little back and forth. I'm glad Alex Riley is sticking around. I think that guy has something, and I think this is a good role for him, and I think we are going to see more of Wade Barrett orders that Cena help him win the over-the-top rope challenge. we'll see what happens. The Bellas versus Lay Cool takes place next. The Lay Cool girls have microphones on as they wrestle, which is easily the most annoying thing I have ever seen. I hated it. But obviously, manufacturing hatred is a stock in trade. It's a part of our tool. It's an arsenal. It's a weapon. Okay, let's go back to hand motions. See? You see what I mean now? Okay. Johnny Knoxville backstage with DiBiase and Maryse, and they are, he makes them mad. They chase him out to the ring, and they beat him up, and which I probably didn't bother him all. I think he's had worse than did he get a Dream Street? What did he get? I don't know. But anyway, so one of these love letters that has been popping up, like, I will, ooh. And so it turns out it's Goldust, and he doesn't want, and I'm thinking, ooh, you know, so soon after the Orlando Jordan thing, they're going to start with Goldust and the gay angle, but no, he doesn't want Ted. He doesn't want Maryse. He wants the little title, which is great. And it's good to see Goldust doing something that's worth his being there. Because I'm afraid he did some funny stuff in a backstage capacity. But ever since he came back, in my opinion, he's just kind of been another guy on the roster. But this looks like it's something good for him to do. And then we have R-Truth has a new theme. Since when? Why can't I shout what's up at my television screen? That's all I want to know. But, so the 20-man over-the-top rope battle royal, which I'm glad they brought back the words battle royal, because I just don't like over-the-top rope challenge. It makes me think, why are we changing the name of something that we all... But then again, over-the-top rope explains how it works. So anyway, it comes down to Cena once again. Man, this has been a rough night for John Cena. I might send him a care package with a... I might send him this care package that I promised to send... No. So, Wade Barrett says, "Get out." I think that's what he says. He didn't have a microphone. He needed one instead of the Lay Cool girls. So he points to the back. And I'm thinking to myself, how does John get out of this? By the way, I'm not sure I like the full heel Michael Cole, because I think it takes away from his... I don't know. I think it takes away from his capacity as a true commentator. I don't know. Anybody? I thought this moment especially when Cole and King are kind of discussing the emotional weight and whatnot of the Cena decision. I thought, well, Michael Cole, you don't have any room to talk. You're a jerk. Just a thought I had. Anyway, so I'm thinking to myself, I'll tell you what you do, Cena. You do leave the ring and you go to the back. You follow the orders of Wade Barrett, but you exit the ring by rolling under the bottom rope. You walk to the back, and Wade's probably standing there going, "Good, he did what I say." But then, because Cena didn't go over the top rope, it would have been ruled a no contest, you see. And so by the time that everything gets worked out, you've given yourself a little wiggle room there, Cena. That's what I said. I was fully expecting this to happen. But Cena, being the good guy that he is, went over the top rope, exited. Wade Barrett is now the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. Out comes Orton, stares him down. That's it. So, I guess I've talked a long time, longer than I really should have by any rights. But go back and watch the first part of the video to talk about my John Cena thoughts. Is he going to do that? Is he going to stick with this to the degree that it makes all of his fans so angry and they turn on him and all of a sudden he's I don't know, just a few thoughts. But, like I said, exciting time in Review Guy land and in the WWE universe in general. That's all the time we've got. We'll talk to you all very soon. And have a good... Thank you for watching. If you've continued watching thus far, which God bless you. Adios.